Hi everyone, welcome to TrioTech Software Training's YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel in order to get more videos on Oracle Fusion Cloud applications. So today in this video, we are going to see how to check the inactive users in Oracle Fusion Cloud applications. Like we know already, the user accounts creation in the system and every employee who is working in the organization, every employee when they hired in the organization, the employee will be getting the user accounts created. So what are the ways that we have in user account creation? We have seen in our previous video, like manual way of creating the user accounts in the system and how system will automatically create the user accounts when the hiring is happening and what we have to enable for that automatic user creation in the system. That all I have explained in our previous video. Now in this video, we are going to see the inactive users in Oracle Fusion applications. So let me go through the requirement here. So what is the requirement we have? So here, client want to check the list of employees who are not active in the system since last 30 days. If you can see the requirement of the client, what is the requirement here? Client want to check in their organization, the list of employees who are not active in the system since last 30 days. 30 days is not a benchmark. For example, I'm taking as a 30 days. If let's say client want to check from the last 60 days or from the last 3 months or within the last 10 days, the thing is the time scope can be anything. It is a customizable requirement, but the main requirement here is client want to check first of all, who are the employees? They are not logging in into the system. They are inactive in the system. They are not using the system. So here I put forwarded since last 30 days, who are not using the application, who didn't logged in with his user ID and password in the application. I want to get that data. How to get that? Oracle within the Fusion applications given us certain inbuilt processes available that we will call it as scheduled processes, or we can call them as jobs or the concurrent programs. Oracle for different modules given different scheduled processes available in the system. So one of the process available in the application, that is inactive user report. If we run this process in the system by giving the respective parameters, we will be getting the report about who are the employees that are inactive in the system. But here, before running this inactive users report, we have to follow one prerequisite. What is that? We have something called import user login history. I kept it as a note here. If you directly run inactive user report process in the system, you might not get the data as per your expectation. So prior to running inactive user report process, first you run import user login history in the system. Once this process run in the system, this process will fetch the historical information in the application from the tables. Okay, from the security tables, it will fetch up who are all not logged in into the system from the respective last 30, since respective last 30 days or before to that, whatever it is. This import user login history process will fetch that information and it will be feeding this particular process. So before we running inactive user report process in the system, as a prerequisite, first we have to run import user login history. And then you try to submit inactive users report so that you can get the information about the employees who are not using the system, who are not active in the system, who are not logging in into the system for a specific period. So let me go to the application and let me show you how to run that processes. So once I log in into the system, In order to navigate to the scheduled processes, we should go to a functional area called tools, right? Under tools, we have our functional area called scheduled processes. Go to the scheduled processes. Here, every process that Oracle standardly given in the system will be available team. Click on scheduled new process and then try to click on this drop down. Then go to this search option and here you search with a task called import user, and I'm giving percentile and I'm searching. Import user login history. This is the process which I have to submit first in the system as a prerequisite, right? So import user login history, then click on OK, and then click on OK again, and then it will ask us to submit the details. Just you can click on the submit button here. For the first time when you're submitting this process, you won't be getting anything here. Just click on submit. Click on OK. Then you can click on the refresh button available here to check the status of that particular process we submitted. Currently, it is in wait status. Okay. Here you can check the schedule time, date, submission time, everything. And the status is running, and now it updated to succeeded. And this is the process we ran in the system. This is the process ID for that process, and the status is succeeded. Now, after running the process, go to schedule new process again, and then go to search. And now you try to search with inactive and give a search. You'll be getting the process listed here. That is what? Inactive user report. Okay. Then click on OK, select that process, and that process will do what? Lists user who have been inactive for a specific period. See, that is our requirement currently for the client. So click on OK. Click on OK. And now here, when you running this process, we have to provide certain parameters. It is still loading. Yes. So the process details, inactive user report. And here we have the options to choose. I mean the parameters. Do you want to get the information of any specific user? Then you can write here, username begins with. I have one employee in the system called, let's say, something like John Albert. Okay. That person username is John.Albert. So I want the details of that person. So just pass only that username begins with something like characters. If you input here, only the details of that person will be picked up by this report. But if you are not looking for a specific person, or if you want something like first name begins with, last name begins with, any condition that you want to give, I mean, any parameter that you want to pass, like employees username, I mean, first name starting with these characters, last name starting with these characters, or you want to run this process for any specific department people. I want all the people who are working in sales department. This report should get the details of the user specific to only that department. Or I want a report only for from the people who are working on particular location of Hyderabad, Bangalore, or Chennai. So you have a couple of parameters to choose to filter the employees, to filter the population whom you are expecting in this process to execute, right? I'm not giving anything. It means what? Entire in the system, in the application, who are all the records available? I mean, how many user accounts I have? All user accounts will get executed in this process and they will be resulted if they are not active for a specific period. Here you can pass that parameter team. Days since last activity. By default, it will come with minimum number as 30. Means what? When you running the process, what is our requirement? You want to check people who are not active since 60 days, that is since 2 months, or people not active since 3 months, that is 90 days. Only that people records you want. You give that specific period days here. How many days that you want to check? I mean, since when the users are inactive, that is your expectation. Days since last activity means that one. My current requirement of the client is since 30 days, whoever not logged in into the system. Okay, let's say today is some specific day. From today, system will go back and check within these 30 days if this person not logged in or if any employee not logged in into the system, then that person will fetch up in the report. Within 30 days, if they are logged in, then they won't come in the report. The benchmark days, what is a specific period that you are looking for, that you have to pass here. Days since last activity. So I'm giving 30 here. So now this process will check in the application, the users, whoever not logged in into the system since 30 days, they all will get fetched in that particular report. So I can get the information. These all are the inactive people who are not using the system on a daily basis. Then if you want last activity start and end date means any activity that the users performing in the system. According to their date ranges, if you want to filter the population, you can filter accordingly. We have a couple of parameters to choose. Now I'm not giving any parameters. It means now this process will run for all the employees in the system. All the user accounts in the system will get executed in this particular process now. And then you can click on submit here. We have some advanced options to schedule it on a regular intervals if our customer expecting the process to be scheduled. Then we have the option of advanced. We can go to advanced here. Then parameters we can pass. Then you can go to schedule. As soon as possible, by default, it will be, means if I click on submit, right now it will submit. But if you want to schedule it on a daily basis, you want to check. Using a schedule, frequency, we have a couple of options. See, what is our client requirement? Only once you want to run now, or every hour you want this process to run in the system, or daily you want to run, you can choose the parameter. Daily, if I keep again, days between runs. Every 1 day you want to run the process, or every 2 days you want this process to be running in the system, or weekly once you want to run, every week or every 2 weeks, again you can keep weekly between runs. Monthly you want, yearly you want, what is your requirement? You can choose accordingly the business requirement team. I mean your client requirement. On what basis? If you go to monthly, when you want to run every month, I want every month end, I want to run this process. You can repeat by date and give last day of month. So every month on the last day, whether it is 31 days calendar, it is 31 day or 31st. If it is 30 days calendar month, on 30th day, it will run in the system. You can give the start date and end days, whatever the start date and whatever the end date, at which time you want this process to trigger. So starting from this date, I'm giving something like 2050. For the next 20 years, I'm running this, 27 years, I'm running this. If I click on submit, starting from today, every month on the last day, till this particular date, the process will get run, will get executed in the system. But that is not my requirement. I'm not going to schedule the process. I'm going to run for a single time. You can click on submit here. Okay. That scheduling concept, how it is going to work, everything will be detailedly covered in our regular trainings. So let me click on refresh now. The process will get submitted. See, inactive users report. It completed here, succeeded. Now where I can get the report? Now select that process which you ran, inactive users report. At bottom, you can see the process details that what you have ran in the system. See process ID here, 4681078. This is one. This is the one. When you select here, the process details you can check. And here you can see log and output. Now in the attachments area, you can see some attachments are coming up, right? So click on this more. Click on this more. Here you can see the attachments that are outputted from this process. One is diagnostics log, that is the log file. And one is inactive users list.zip. So click on this one, the file will get downloaded in the system. See, the file gets downloaded. So that will be in the form of zip. And within that zip also, the file will get downloaded in XML format. So let me open the file. So this is the file. So let me go to downloads, and then let me first of all unzip this one. Where is this? This is the file. This is the old one, that ignore. This is the one. Then I am just extracting this one. Extract. Okay. So the file got unzipped. Now what I can do is I can go to any new Excel. Okay. I can go to any new Excel, because if I open this, that will be in the XML format. I will go with some new blank worksheet. Okay. Then I will go to data. I'm trying to convert that XML file into Excel to have a clear understanding about the information. I just opened one blank Excel. Then I went to data. Then I want to get data from file, then from XML. Okay, from XML. And then you can pick up the file. Where is that file? This is the file. Here, select it. Click on import. Now see, from XML, the data will get imported to Excel. Now here, select that file name. Then you can click on load data. Here the data will come in the Excel format. If you are comfortable in checking in XML, that's okay, fine. But in the Excel, if the data will be there, it would be very clearly understandable. See, you can see here the row, column C, all the usernames in the system. Almost I can see 1786 users who are inactive in the system more than 30 days. Okay, so you can see last activity date. This user last logged into the system on 2017 in the application which we are using currently. See, days inactive. From today's date, the day which I submitted, backend it will check. Means 2017 means almost these many days it got inactive. The person got inactive. Okay, means close to 6 years. Okay, we are in 23 probably. 2017 means 6 years. 1926 days this user last logged into the system. Like that, you can see all the user information when they last logged in, how many days back they logged in. Means these all are the inactive people. They are not using the application since that particular date. So all the people information you can see here. If you scroll down, you can see till here 1785 people who all are there in the system who are inactive more than 30 days. Okay. All the historical information I can fetch here. So this is one of the process that we have in the system in order to check the inactive users in the system. But as I told you, before you running the process of inactive users report, you run the import user login history process. After this only, you run the inactive users report so that you will get the up-to-date data in the system, right? So this is how you can get the inactive user report in the system rather than going into your BI publisher report, writing a query and then fetching the data from the security tables. That all, it's a very big process to do that. But simply Oracle by default given an option in the system, a process in the system. You can simply run that and you can get the report output here. So that's all about how to get inactive users report in the system. So if you like the video, please click on the bell icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also please do follow in order to get more videos on Oracle Fusion Cloud applications. Thank you everyone for watching the video.